He thought his nights were harmless lapses, falling asleep on the couch and waking in his bed. But the strange habit grew darker, more frequent, and impossible to ignore. The final blow comes when he discovers a note on his sister's body, folded with precision and signed not by his best friend, but by himself. What if the person leaving the notes and committing the violence has been him all along? Randy's strange sleepwalking began subtly. He would wake up in unusual spots, the kitchen floor, the couch, sometimes outside, and his family dismissed it as odd teenage behavior. His mother brushed it off with gentle smiles, and his older sister Anne tolerated it with sarcasm. Only his friend Darren seemed to understand, leaving him little folded notes of reassurance. Everything will be okay. But soon those notes shifted in tone, becoming cruel, accusatory, and eventually sinister. Randy wondered if Darren had turned against him. The more he tried to stop his episodes, tying himself in sleeping bags, wearing mittens, the more helpless he felt. He couldn't control where he went or what he did at night. As the sleep deprivation worsened, Randy's mind began unraveling. Days without real rest left him hallucinating and delirious. The notes seemed to interact with him directly, mocking his efforts to be good, urging him to give up, even to kill himself. Darren stopped visiting, and Randy was left alone with his unraveling thoughts. Meanwhile, Anne was preparing to leave for college, packing up her room piece by piece until only the bare walls in her closet remained. Randy felt relieved at first. The absence of new notes made him think things were getting better. The night before Anne left, he even dreamed of peace, waterfalls, meadows, beauty. For once, he felt happy, but that illusion shattered the next day. Randy awoke to chaos in his room, furniture broken, doors unhinged, signs of a violent night. When he wandered into Anne's empty room, he noticed something unusual. Her closet door, which she always kept tightly shut, stood slightly ajar. A smear of crimson led him forward. Heart racing, he followed the trail, opened the door, and found Anne's body mangled inside. The sight was horrific, her veins torn, the carpet soaked in blood. On her chest lay a folded note, carefully creased the way Darren used to fold them. Randy picked it up, trembling, and read the words. That moment changed everything. The handwriting was familiar, but the signature was not Darren's. It was his own. Randy realized, with a wave of crushing clarity, that the notes had never been from his friend. The comfort, the cruelty, the final mocking reassurance, they all came from him, or from the hidden self that awoke when he drifted into sleep. He had been blaming Darren, but the truth was inside him all along. The horror of Randy's story lies not in a neat solution, but in the painful clarity of self-discovery. The problem is no longer simple sleepwalking. It is the possibility that he is capable of monstrous acts without memory or control. The only solution now is confrontation, seeking medical help, facing reality, and refusing to hide from the shadowed part of himself. But the story ends on an unbearable note of irony. The last words on Anne's chest repeat the phrase that once comforted him. Everything will be okay. This time signed by Randy. In that single moment, hope becomes horror, and the person Randy must fear most is himself.